Hi there. I wanted to take a few moments just to offer some tips on mindfulness and some strategies that will help you be more mindful. And before we get into them, let me just share kind of what is my 2 cents on what is mindful and how is it beneficial. So, one of the things that you hear all the time is just be present. And I think that that is an equivalent to being mindful. That is mindful of your thoughts, mindful of your words, mindful of your response versus reaction, mindful of your priorities. There's so many ways that mindfulness is so beneficial to all aspects of your life. And here's 10 tips that I hope will help you become more mindful. So, number one is to catch your thoughts. If you have a negative thought or some negative self-talk, something that you know is self-defeating or isn't supportive to the situation, 2 words, cancel, cancel. That's a quick one that I teach most people, but if you're not comfortable with those ones, you can say, no. You're a poker player. Say fold, dismissed, but dismiss it and move yourself into a state of something more affirmative. Tip number 2, get present with your breath. 3 deep breaths is all that it takes to send a signal, scientifically speaking, to your brain that you're more relaxed. It's why we breathe more deeply when we sleep. So nice deep in, hold it, nice deep out. And you can use numbers. Breathe into the count of 4, hold it for 5, breathe out to the count of 6. You can do 6, 7, 8, whatever feels right for you. Tip number 3, state a 3-word mantra. So no matter what is your goal, it can be, I am safe, sound, and peaceful. I am healthy, strong, and agile. It can be, I am prosperous, abundant, and always receiving. Whatever works for you, but I recommend 3 words, kind of like the triangle, and it's pretty sturdy structure, and repeat those throughout the day or the time that you need. Tip number 4 is to take a time out. No less than 3 minutes. This could be a stop in the restroom. This can be a step outside. This can be a quick nap. This can be a time to move out of a situation, go check in with a loved one, maybe a conversation. It can be a moment of just those 3 minutes of nothing. Just mindfulness, just meditation, just get quiet. Tip number 5, go for a walk. There is so much science behind the grounding of the earth and just how it feels with or without shoes. Without shoes, of course, more grounding. It can be to just walk on the earth, whether it's 5 minutes or a 2-hour hike, get out and go for a walk. And I can promise you that's going to help you clear your mind to become more mindful. Tip number 6, drink 12 ounces of water with focus. If you're already a water drinker, I think you probably understand this. There's something about that just break of taking a moment to take in a nice drink of water. If you're not a water drinker, this is a big game changer to your body, your mind, your spirit. As a metaphysician, I believe that water is the equivalent to divine light. It's the physical equivalent of divine energy. So drink the water. Feel how it cleanses. Feel how it flows as it's cleansing through the body and cleansing the internal organs. And drink 12 ounces. Start with 8 if that feels better, but drink water with focus. It's a really good exercise of mindfulness. Tip number 7, downward dog or tree pose. Really, any yogic pose is going to help you, but if you already do yoga, you already understand this, and if you don't, look up what these poses are online and try them. Try for 20 seconds to hold a downward dog or a tree pose. If you do yoga and you can hold 1-2 minutes or longer, again, you already know how important it is to be mindful because you have to be with your body when you're holding a pose. So very, very helpful. Tip number 8, focus music. If you are not familiar with binaural beats, you can go to YouTube and put in the term focus music and you're going to find a ton of really great recordings If I've got a lot to do, I'll just go to focus music and I'll put on music that's either binaural beat or isochronic tones. You can study those yourself, but they're really beneficial to help you just find a sense of focus. And I'll listen to that if I've got like a lot happening administratively. I cannot believe how effective it is to just stay focused and productive. So focus music. Tip number 9, go stand or sit by a window and simply look up. Better yet, step outside and look up and allow yourself a moment to connect with the greater cosmos, the greater universe, the divinity or greater divine that is your belief system. Whatever works for you, but take a moment to just really feel the vastness of the all that is. And it kind of brings you back to a more humble, grateful place. Wow, there's so much to this life. And allow yourself to get reset with that humble smallness of knowing you're a part of something that is so great. And then tip number 10 is to shut it all down and reset. That might mean for a few minutes, that might mean for a few days, but shut it all down. That's the computer, that's the phone, that's the conversations, that's your own thoughts, whatever that reset is for you, that shut it down. And it can apply to any one of these other 9, but shut it down, reset. So those are the 10 tips. Bonus tip, if you're somebody looking to lose weight, be mindful and still and present with your meals, preferably at a place that is intended for dining, like a kitchen table. Make a nice setting for yourself and really focus on savoring the flavor, the texture, the temperature, how it feels in the body, the water or drink, washing it down, but be present with it. And if you're trying to lose weight, this is an incredibly effective tool to tune into the body's fullness as well as the body's need. What do I really need to eat right now? Do I need more of the protein or more of the live food or whatever it is for you? So, all right, on to the strategies. So the 5 strategies for mindfulness. Strategy number 1, create a ritual of quiet time. And you can call this meditation, you can call it prayer in meditation, you can call it quiet time. I call it quiet time. I've had a ritual for 18 years, and I can honestly tell you it was one of the most life-changing practices I've ever put into place. I do prayer and meditation in this quiet time. I start my day every day with this, and what a game changer. I really don't think I can put a good expression to that in words. So I encourage it. Create a ritual. I have a very simplistic ritual. It's nothing fancy. I turn on my coffee. I feed my dog. I take her out for a quick stroll. I come back in and pour a cup of coffee. I go to my favorite app, Insight Timer. I check in and I set the time. And I go through a structure called PRAY. Praise is my thank yous for what I have. R is please help me to forgive myself and other. It stands for repent. A is ask. I ask for guidance in my day to guide me and help me to be of highest service. I ask that my children and my grandchild are blessed, that my clients are blessed, that my family are blessed, that my friend who's going to have hip surgery tomorrow has a pleasant surgery. So it's ask. Y is yield. And this is about surrender. This is about alignment of our free will with divine will, allowing it to become one. I personally use the 3rd step of the 12-step prayer, 12-step prayers, but it's up to you, whatever you choose. Thy will be done, help me be aligned, just breath, PRAY, great one. So strategy number 1, create a ritual of inward time, no matter what you call it, but name it and commit to it. Strategy number 2 is stop multitasking. We all multitask and it's very distracting, and there's more research that's been done on multitasking. I personally have ADD, so I can honestly say that when I'm trying to do too many things at once, I just end up getting very little done. So I've learned to focus task, and I focus on the task at hand. And it's much more productive, it's much more clear, and the quality of whatever it is I'm focusing on is always better. So trust me on this one. Do your best to stop multitasking. I'm still working on this. It's a big, hard one, but it's been effective to at least even start trying. Strategy number 3, organize your space, whether that's your home or your office or your kitchen or your living room. There is something about having your environment straightened out that will bring you back to center. If you've ever cleaned your home, you just notice you enjoy it more. If you're a bath taker and you clean your bath, you notice you really enjoy the bath that evening more. If you've ever organized your desk and put all the clutter away, you notice you are more focused and mindful. Strategy number 4 is to strategize. If you don't have a plan for your business, for your day, for your week, if you don't have a plan for an event that you're organizing, if you don't have a plan for a conversation or a meeting that's coming up that's got you a little bit unnerved, you're going to struggle. So strategize. And some of the strategize tips, like for your business, write a business plan. Doesn't have to be complicated. I teach business plan basics that are super simple and actually kind of fun. If you're going to have a difficult conversation, whether it's a meeting or a personal conversation, write the personal letter that you're not going to send. Put it all out, free flow, however you want to say it. That will really help you decipher your words. What do I want to communicate? What do I want to communicate with a little more grace? Okay? Strategize. And number 5 is to finish one big thing that you started. I don't know anybody who doesn't have several things that they're juggling, several plates that they're spinning. Finish one big thing, whether it's an online course that you started, or it's a book that's important to you, or it might even be just a series on Netflix. But finish something that you started, that you wanted to commit to, and then move on to the next. And if you can, don't commit to anything else until you're feeling a little bit more sense of caught up. I'm super guilty about committing to way too much. So this has been something that I've been really trying to practice myself, and it's been really remarkable, just the feelings of empowerment and accomplishment. So those are your 10 tips. Those are your 5 strategies. I hope that they are helpful. And again, my name is Paula Robbins. You can find me at paularobbins.com or consciouspreneurs.net. I'm sure that the links are somewhere on this page. And I just wish you a peaceful mind, a peaceful spirit, and a focused forward path that feels good right here in your soul. Thanks so much for watching.